Welcome to Channel 42, where we talk about life, the universe, and a little bit of everything. This is a Factorio Noob Tube video, and I'd like to, of course, introduce you. Probably already know Factorio. That's what would have brought you here. What I'd like to cover today is just some of the really early basics. This is a more advanced base. You'll notice that I've got a lot of stuff going on that doesn't happen in a basic base. But we're going to start with the mining drill. The burner mining drill, you can see, is this little guy right here. And a lot of people get confused on how to use it initially. These guys don't need inserters to grab stuff out of them. If you press the Alt key, or this little guy down here, it's one of the most important things. I'll probably cover it in almost every video. Alt key, Alt mode lets you see what's inside. These two sets of chests look like they're the same. You press Alt. Oh, hey, look, I've got coal stacked up in those. And if you press Alt, you can see where these mining drills are going to dump their ore. Right now, it was in a box. If I put just a little bit of coal in there, you'll see that it is now on the ground. Now, it's not going to continue drilling anything because that spot's taken. If I pick it up with the letter F on the keyboard, that's the standard pick up something on the ground key, then it will allow it to drop one more. So there's one on the ground, one stocked up right here waiting to go somewhere, but that's blocked. So as soon as I pick it up, it opens up a space. Now you don't want to go for every single one. You drop a box there, and what it's going to do is start filling up that box. So that's a really great way of, obviously, of collecting your ore. There's 3 in there already. Now, you can go by each box, click the ore, click it in your box. That's, of course, what we all do as we're a noob. If you'd like to start getting comfortable with the automatic keystrokes, holding down the control key, usually that's pinky on your left hand, and then left clicking empties the entire box. Control left click. So that's a great way of emptying that without having to go through the 5 extra clicks. Now, that may not be a big issue when you've only got one. Say you've got this string of boxes. I'm going to hold down Control, I'm going to click, and I'm going to press W to run. And guess what? It works on the run. You can pick them all up. You can also drop them the same way. And so then I've got some ore in my hand. I've got 50, but I've actually got 1,200 in inventory. So because I've got ore in my hand, when I Control click, nothing happens on raw ground. You start walking over and it drops 1 stack per box. So it doesn't drop my entire amount in the first box. It drops 1 per box. So that's a really great way of filling up a stack of things when you've got factories, when you've got a lot of stuff early on where it's not quite automated. You can do a drive-by instead. This is a pretty standard setup. Each of these actually can hold up to 50 ore, you'll notice, in there. So you can load it up with 50 and it'll keep drilling as long as it can until it uses that up, or, like you can see here, until there's nowhere else for it to go. Right now, this little guy right there is the only thing, the last one in the series. So as soon as I put a box to contain those, this will start working. This will work past that 50, and the next one will start working, and the next one, and the next one. These are feeding each other because that arrow feeds directly into whatever it's pointing to. The electric drill is similar. You'll notice it just mines a larger area around you. That green box is where it's going to mine from. Whereas the burner mining drill, which has to have a fuel source, you can see those options right there, only mines in that 2x2 box. Whereas this is what I believe an 5x5, anyway, something like that. And then places it. The exact same rules apply with that arrow. Now, you'll notice there aren't any power cords near this. That's simply because I've got these guys, which are a late game thing to make my job a little easier as I teach you, and power a big old area. Those are really fun to get to. So one more time on that, hold down Control. I'm going to click off and run past, and you'll notice those little boxes said plus 50. That meant that I picked up 50 of each thing from each of those. The same thing if you click, you've got a handful of ore by clicking it from either there or grabbing a stack from your inventory. Control, click, and run, and it drops 50 just the same way. and you've got that